walking out, I feel like crying. This is life. And I know it's a long, tedious process because in the cosmos, if you don't get it right away, you lose heart. But you got to understand, in the kingdom, it's not that way. You don't get what you want because it's never been about you. It's always been about him and what he wants. Turn that corner, everything around you makes sense. Then you only, let me get out of here. We've sewn up the veil through our carnality, created an illusion of separation between us and the kingdom that is presently right here and right now. The kingdom message in its purest expression means the spiritual and the physical are coming together as one. That's why this is why we submit to the king and his kingdom. That's why we become his domain. Yes. That's why his dominion is authentic to us. You know, we do what he says do. Right? Because we understand that the veil that's in our understanding is thinning away. The veil is being done away with. That's why Revelation is important. That's why the apocalypse I mentioned earlier is important. Because it's that veil, the limitations of how we understand and engage God is going to be removed, y'all. That's why he told us in 2 Corinthians 3, he said, when we turn to the Lord, the veil is not just done away, it's removed. When he becomes Lord, there's no more limitations. You see him as he is. And the reward of seeing him as he is, you become just like him. Am I right, y'all? That's the scriptures. Some things have to happen. I need 10 minutes, y'all. Some things have to happen because I ain't going another day with this message. Some things have to happen if we're going to be consistent with the message of the kingdom in its most primitive elementary stage. The first thing we got to do, we got to relate. We must re-relate to the life-giving nature of the kingdom. That's the first thing we got to do. We got to ask God, how can I relate to his kingship? Your authority, your dominion in my life. It can only be lived. It can only be lived in and experienced by a relationship with the king and with those who are subject to the king and his kingdom. This is why in this hour there must be a corporate transition as the saints move from church mentality to kingdom mentality. We're going to talk about that Sunday. We're in a transition right now. Y'all don't know if you know that. Humanity should begin to witness the glory of the kingdom in every sphere and every facet of society when we re-relate to the king and his dominion. And I purposely didn't go to 2 Thessalonians because I gave her the notes, but I really felt in my spirit because I want to talk about the Antichrist spirit at a later date. But I want to be authentic to you guys because I told you that I was going to mention it on the night. If you go over there, look over there, you find out that the mystery of iniquity, the man of sin, is not like they told us. And the two things that makes it not as they told us is because we're waiting on the Antichrist to be in a temple. Physical. Right? Huh? Physical temple. But the word that's in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, where it says that he's in the temple and he parades and makes himself as God, is naos. We can put it on the screen. I can go that far with it. We'll repeat it as we do the teaching. So go to Herod. Because that temple is a physical temple in Jerusalem. They're waiting on the Antichrist to come and sit in the temple. Right? Y'all, anybody ever heard of that before? Some of y'all, I don't know if some of y'all probably haven't because I feel like I got some newbies in the kingdom, which is great. Because the rest of us got to unlearn stuff. Yeah. But that's what they told us. Right? And we're waiting on the Antichrist. A lot of folks think he's in the earth already. But according to John, he was in the earth 2,000 years ago. And I don't know. But anyhow, it's Herod. But in the 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, it's this word. It's the inner sanctuary of the holy place and holies of holies. It's a spiritual temple. It's talking about the corporate body. And if you were to go into the book of Revelation, which is over there 16 times, it talks about in the book of Revelation, talk about the temple being open. It's not talking about the temple that was in Jerusalem. It's talking about the naos. And it's talking about the most holy place. That's why he told him in Revelation 11, he told him, he said, don't measure the outer court. Measure the holies of holies. He told him, he said, measure where the altar incense is. Because that is, the altar incense is in a holy place. That's a whole nother message. You get what I'm saying? He said, because leave that out for the Gentiles. But I bring that up because it talks about how the mystery of iniquity and of sin is in the temple. He's not in the Heron physical temple. He's in the spiritual temple. That's us. 1 Corinthians 3:16, 6:19, that's us. Talking about that temple. Same word. That's the temple he's talking about. Our body is that temple. So the mystery of iniquity, man, and sin is in this temple. Yep. And he's parading himself as if he's God. Yep. I see him quite a bit. I'm just saying. I'm talking about in this house. Sure. And that's the reason why. But the good news is that he's going to